Today we will be looking at one of the four transformations, which is enlargement. As you would have known, there are four main transformations. We have translation, reflection, rotation, and enlargement. Enlargement is basically when a shape either dilates or enlarges in order to create an image. Two key things that are required for enlargement are the center of enlargement and also the scale factor. For the question here, it says a triangle ABC has vertices A 57, B 45, C 55. If it undergoes enlargement and its center of enlargement is 1/8 with a scale factor of 2, determine its image. Step 1 is to roll up your Cartesian plane, and I would have done that before starting the video. Now, on my Cartesian plane, I will be putting in the different values for my object, and the object is the shape that is seen before the shape undergoes any form of transformation. So I'm going to label. I'm going to put. So the first coordinate is A 57, so 5 on the x-axis, 7 on the y-axis, and I label the point A. Then B is 4 on the x-axis and 5 on the y-axis. So I would have labeled the point B. C is 5 on the x-axis and 5 on the y-axis. And I label my point C. Now, using your ruler, you are going to connect the points to create the shape that you're required to. Transform. So just like the question, it would have formed a triangle. Now the next step is for you to identify the center of enlargement, and based on the question, it would have mentioned that the center of enlargement is 1/8. So you're going to find 1 on the x-axis, 8 on the y-axis, and you're going to plot your point there. Okay. Now, the next step is for you to identify the distance between the center of enlargement. If you want, you can label center of enlargement and each of the different points in order to be able to identify where the new image would be formed. So let's count. So it is 1, 2, 3 on the x-axis. I'm going to the letter B. So it's 3 on the 1, 2, 3 on the y-axis, 1, 2, 3 on the x-axis. So you can make a note of such. So for the point B, the coordinates on the y and the x are both 3. No, because you're multiplying by a scale factor of 2, you're going to just multiply those two values. So 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 2 is 6. Now that means from the center of enlargement, you're going to move 6 places on the x-axis and 6 places on the y-axis. So let's go. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's supposed to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's see. So if you notice, I went in the same direction as I did when I was identifying the points, and you would label this B prime because it would have been the image. Next one. So let's go. So this is B prime, so we're going to do A now. So it's 1 on the y-axis, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the x-axis. So you make a note. So A, x has 4 and y has 1. If I multiply it by 2, I'm going to get 4 times 2 is 8, 1 times 2 is 2. So 8 movements on the x-axis, 2 movements on the y. So let's count. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. And I just put my point there and I label it. So that is A prime. Alright, same steps for the next one. So I have from the center of enlargement to the point C. So it is 1, 2, 3 on the y-axis, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the x-axis. So C, I have x to be 4 and the y it is 3. So when I multiply by 2, I get 8 movements on the x-axis and 6 movements on the y-axis. So let's see. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 6 down. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my point here is C, and it's because it is the image I label it C prime. The next thing you need to do is to use your ruler and connect the points. Please ensure that your points are directly on the line, and that is our first example. So this is us enlarging the triangle ABC with a center of enlargement at 1, 8, and you can also label and put the 1, 8 there. And remember, the steps are: check the distance from the center of enlargement to each of the points on the object. Whatever distance it is, you're going to multiply it by the scale factor and move accordingly. That's it. Thank you for watching.